The War of 1812. The Battle of New Orleans, January the 8th, 1815. Following the failure of the January 1st artillery duel with the entrenched Americans, please see my January 1815 video, British Commander Sir Edward Pakenham felt he had no other choice but a full frontal assault on the Yankee defenses and entrenched earthworks on the far side of the Rodriguez Canal, a 10-foot wide moat with 2 feet of water in it. This was a dangerous option, but Pakenham had 8,000 battle-hardened troops, the men who had defeated Napoleon, going up against Andrew Jackson's motley crew of 6,000 Yankees. So it should have worked. Should have. The plan was thus. Under cover of darkness, a force under Colonel William Thornton was to cross the Mississippi and capture the American battery on the other side of the river, preventing it from firing on the advancing British troops, the redcoats then turning the guns on Jackson's men. The main assault featured men under Major General John Keane attacking along the river, General Keane sending Colonel Robert Rennie to take an exposed redoubt on the extreme right of the Yankee position, while Keane himself took the 93rd Highlanders to aid the main attack force under Major General Samuel Gibbs. Poor Pakenham. Poor Pakenham. Alas, the gods of war were against him. First miscue. Thornton's attack force got off late. 8 hours late, according to Kilmeade Don Yaeger in Andrew Jackson and the Miracle of New Orleans, and his boats were, again, according to Kilmeade Don Yaeger, carried 4 miles downriver, so that by the time he landed, the main frontal attack had already begun. Oops. Second miscue, the main attack was also late. Then the 44th Regiment, which was to bring fascines, bundles of sugar cane, fascines that General Gibbs' attack force would use to fill the ditch in front of the American defenses, plus the ladders needed to scale the earthworks. Forgot both the fascines and the ladders. And as the redcoats waited for vital supplies that never came, the fog lifted and Jackson's men opened fire. A redcoat is a vivid target. The overall carnage did not spare the officers. Colonel Rennie was killed soon after his men had stormed the redoubt. In the center, the main thrust under General Gibbs stalled, the men hugging the ground, and when Gibbs came forward to rally them, he went down. Troops under General Keane moved to their right across the front to shore up Gibbs's force, but Keane was also hit and carried unconscious from the field. Finally, Sir Edward himself rode forward to take charge. Suffering a bullet wound to his right arm, he had his horse shot out from under him and was securing another mount when he was shot twice, falling into the arms of his aide-de-camp and dying shortly thereafter. General Gibbs would also die of his wounds the day after the battle. Command then devolved on Major General John Lambert, who attempted to rally the retreating troops, bringing the reserves forward to hold the line. By this time, too late, Thornton's men had succeeded in capturing the battery on the far side of the Mississippi, but the Yanks had spiked the guns, preventing the British from using them. Lambert after talking with his officers and with Admiral Cochrane, decided not to renew the attack, and ordering Thornton to return, asked Jackson for an armistice. Under Andrew Jackson's leadership, his largely volunteer army had, assisted by a number of miscues, defeated the finest soldiers in the world. According to historian D.R. Westhouse, the British lose 291 dead, 1,262 wounded, plus 484 missing. The Americans, only 13 killed, 39 hurt, and 19 MIA. Andrew Jackson will eventually serve from 1829 to 37 as the 7th President of the United States. General Keane would recover from his neck wound and later become governor of Jamaica, as would General Lambert, who also served with distinction at the Battle of Waterloo. The British remain in the vicinity of New Orleans until January 18th, completing their evacuation by the 27th. But they are not gone. Oh no. Oh no. If they can't take New Orleans, perhaps they can take Mobile. Mobile. Thus ends my very quick and dirty summation of the Battle of New Orleans. It is largely based on the account of the battle found in D.R. Westhouse's unpublished The War of 1812, a chronology of the military actions 1812 to 1815. But, as always, any errors are strictly my own. All other sources are listed in the description. If this is your first visit to 1812 channel, my name is Warren and I'm your host. I'm not a historian, nor am I an expert on the War of 1812. Instead, I'm a student wishing to learn about the conflict. Each month, for the roughly 3 years of the war, I will outline the major events. I will also try to review a book on the war. Or at least think about it. Please consider subscribing. Let's start a community of people interested in discussing the War of 1812. Did I miss anything? Any errors? Then let me know in the comments below. And when the barrage lifts, cheers.